Hi everyone. So there's a lot of people who come and they say, well, I've read everything there is to know. I've gone to courses, I've done these workshops, and I still feel bad. I still feel anxious. I still feel sad. And so this is not helping. And I would like to say to that learning is only one part of the formula. The other part of the formula is doing what you actually know and now know differently. So learning is important, and I don't want to dismiss that, but mental health is a doing game. It is not just a learning game. You can learn everything there is to learn about swimming on a documentary. You can read books about it. You can have inspirational, swimmers that you read about. But if you don't get in the water and you don't do the work, you're not going to get better at swimming. And that's the same thing when it comes to mental health and well-being. If you don't actually do things like meditation or exercise or eating right or engaging in healthy sort of good relationships, conscious connections, turning off things that are not good for you, like news and cluttered social media feeds, etc. If you don't do those things, then you are going to feel bad. But guess what, guys? It goes against our human nature to sometimes do some of these things, because by nature we seek pleasure, we avoid things that require effort. And mental health is really about a discipline. There are many days that I might feel like, oh, I don't really feel like working out, but I get up and I know that I'm going to feel better once I work out. So please do not wait for motivation to actually get started. Just count backwards from 5 and then just start. Do not let the mind engage. Just engage in the behavior, because the law of, the law is that the objects that are in motion stay in motion. And so you just gotta move. And then the momentum will come and the motivation will come also. So what I'm trying to say here is that do not expect mental health or wellness to be any different from physical fitness. Mental fitness, emotional fitness, and physical fitness is all the same thing. They're doing. You can't expect to change. You can't expect to be fitter or healthier if you don't physically move, just like you cannot be mentally or psychologically fitter unless you have a self-disciplined practice. And if you know you have to meditate, then you must say, okay, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I will. At 2 o'clock, I will. At 5 o'clock, I will. And this is how you build a practice. And I would say break it down into the tiniest habit that you can. So for example, when I first started meditating, it was really, 10 seconds, because I can't sit still and I'm too hyperactive. And so I'll start with 10 seconds, and I built from 10 to 20 to 30 to 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes, where now I can do a standing meditation for an hour. I can sit for usually 30 minutes, and it's always a struggle, but I can do it. And you just sort of build a muscle. Just like you wouldn't go into the gym and lift a 50-pound weight at the first go, you would build a muscle that would allow you to lift that weight. It's the same thing as the mental muscle. It's the same thing as the spiritual muscle and the emotional muscle. Start tiny, guys. Build up from there, but it is an action. It is not a concept. It is not a theory. They all require you to do something different.